Ever feel like you're working harder, earning more, but your basket of groceries just keeps getting smaller? You are not alone. Or maybe you hear about someone making a fortune, stacking mountains of cash, but they're still tangled in debt. How does that even work? And everyone always says, just make more money. But is that really the whole story? Or is there some invisible jungle vine tripping us up? Today, we're cracking open the ape trap. It's that confusing feeling when your raw income goes up, but your real power to buy things stays the same, or even shrinks. Let's start with the big one, the one that nibbles at everyone's savings, inflation. It's when the general prices of goods and services rise over time. Think about your favorite snack bar or your monthly rent. If a chocolate bar used to cost 1 coin and now it costs 2, that's inflation. Suddenly, your 100 coins buys you only 50 chocolate bars instead of 100. Your money has less purchasing power. In the jungle, it's like if the bananas kept getting smaller, but everyone still asked for the same amount of leaves to trade for them, or even more leaves. Now, how do we get more actual wealth? By getting more productive. Productivity means making more stuff, or doing more work, in the same amount of time. Imagine a factory. If workers can now assemble 10 gadgets in an hour instead of 5, that's increased productivity. Fewer resources, more output. For our ape tribe, it's like inventing a special tool that lets you gather twice as many delicious berries from the bush in the same morning. More food for everyone, easier. Increased productivity usually means more value, more goods, and potentially higher real wages. But if inflation is too high, it can still feel like you're just treading water. Next up, taxes. These are mandatory contributions paid to the government, often based on income, purchases, or property. When you get your paycheck, you might notice some money is already gone before it even hits your bank account. That's income tax. It's how we pay for shared things, roads, schools, hospitals, keeping the lights on. Because someone has to maintain the paths in our modern jungle. In our tribe, it's like giving the chief a small share of your gathered nuts and fruits each season. He uses it to keep the common well clean, or build a sturdy fence to protect everyone. Then we have interest rates. This is the cost of borrowing money, or the reward for lending it. It's essentially the price of using someone else's cash. When you use a credit card, you're borrowing money. If you don't pay it all back quickly, you pay extra, that's interest. But it also works the other way. If you put your savings in a bank, they pay you a little bit extra for letting them hold your money. That's your interest earned. For our ape tribe, if you borrow a pile of tasty wild yams from another ape, they might ask for an extra yam back when you repay them. That extra yam is the interest. Another way to lend money is through bonds. These are essentially loans you make to a company or a government. When you buy a bond, you're lending money to a big organization. They promise to pay you back your original money, plus regular interest payments, over a set time. It's often seen as a safer, but usually slower way to grow your resources than other investments. You're paid for your patience. In the jungle, it's like lending the wise elder your spare pile of rare glowing moss for a whole moon. He promises to give you back your moss, plus an extra handful, at the end of the moon. Now for a slightly trickier one, shorting. This is a bet that the price of something, usually a stock, will go down. Someone shorts a stock by borrowing shares they don't own and immediately selling them. They hope the price will fall, so they can buy them back cheaper later. If the price drops, they buy them back at the lower price, return the borrowed shares, and keep the difference as profit. But it's risky. If the price goes up, you lose big. Imagine you bet a specific fruit tree will produce far fewer fruits next season than everyone expects. You promise to sell some of its future fruit now at a high price. If the tree does underperform, you buy the scarce fruit back cheaper to fulfill your promise, pocketing the profit. But if the tree explodes with fruit, its price skyrockets, and you're stuck buying at a much higher cost to cover your promise. So, the ape trap isn't just about earning more bananas. It's about understanding how inflation, taxes, interest, and even productivity can all chip away at your real wealth. True richness isn't just how much money you have, but how much that money can buy you. It's your purchasing power, your freedom, your peace of mind. So next time you think about your finances, look beyond just the raw numbers. Ask yourself, what can my bananas really get me? Stay smart, my friends. After the ape trap, why more bananas doesn't always mean richer. What would you do first in that situation? Hit subscribe for more stories like this. Like if this was worth your time. Comment with your ideas for the next video.